George. This is going to be, well, I'm not exactly sure if I should call this a vinyl finds. This is going to be part one of two, maybe three-part videos of the incredible collection of singles my friend Jonny gave to me. So I'm going to, there's so many to show, I'm just going to show them, and then I'm going to talk a little more about him at the end of the video if anyone sticks around. And yeah, this part is going to be mostly the 70s punk, and the next part is going to be some of the overflow of 70s punk and some of the garage and some of the more modern stuff. So anyway, there's so much. This is The Kids, No Monarchy, Rock Over Belgium, and The City's Dead EP. This is a 2013 reissue on Danger Records. Incredible. Awesome. This one really blew me away. The Deadbeats, Kill the Hippies. This is an original on Danger House in great condition. Such a great single. Hillside Strangler, The Hollywood Squares. These are all just absolute classics. I started putting notes on these, some information. This is a bootleg reissue from 2000, and I wanted to remember which ones he gave me when they get mixed in. This was another one that my jaw hit the floor when he handed me this. Fun Things from 1980. This is a bootleg reissue. It's not an original. I think it's like $1,000, but I think one of the best Australian singles ever released. Incredible. An original on Stiff of The Damned, Problem Child, which is one of my favorite Damned songs. I think Music for Pleasure is really, really underrated, but what a great single, and it is mint. It is pristine. Stiv Bators, It's Cold Outside. This is kind of odd. It's yeah, I mean, obviously when you want a little more power pop, but it's not a sleeve. It's almost like a promo flat. It's kind of strange, and such a good single. And kind of going along with the power pop thing, the Taxi Boys. This was what did I write here? 1981 Boston power pop, and it was, excuse me, two members of the Real Kids were in this, post Real Kids. Alternative Ulster on, yeah, what a single. This was another one, my jaw hit the floor. This is original pressing of what is this? The Rings, I Want to Be Free. Sorry, got a little mixed up. An original on Chiswick from '77. The Saints, I'm Stranded. I do have. Let me see if I can reach for it. I do have. Come on. I do have this picture sleeve version, but now I have that one, which is great. Generation X, King Rocker, off their second album from '79, and this was kind of like sort of what the Damned did with the Love Song 7-inch, where each 45 has a different. There's 4 different versions, each with a different member of the band on the picture. Another great Chiswick single from '78, The Drug Addicts, with an X. This was, I believe, the first band Kirsty MacColl was in, and there's, what was her name on here? It was something kind of funny. Was it Mandy Doubt? I think so. You can see her right there. And there was someone else of significance in this, but I can't remember. The Rubber City Rebels from Ohio. This is a '79 original, doing their version of Paper Dolls, which is, I believe, written by one of the Nerves. I don't know if it was written for them. And the B-side is Young and Dumb. Eddie and the Hot Rods, Do Anything You Want to Do, a promo copy. Great, I DJ'd this a while ago. Really great sounding hot mix of it. Real punchy. The Statics from Canada, original 1980 punk recordings. So you get 3 songs. You get Rebel Like Me, Mr. Bill, and The Story. And this is 106 of 800 on Ugly Pop. The adverts, No Time to Be 21. I don't need to say anything about that. One of the best. This is kind of, it's a reissue. The original's like $1,000, but it's a reissue of The Fingers, Isolation, which were kind of I believe, somewhere from LA in the late 70s. But it's a lot more sort of melodic and almost has that kind of Protex-y thing where it's kind of a rough, rugged sort of power pop sound. A lot more melodic than a lot of the other LA punk that was coming out at the time. Action Time Vision by Alternative TV from 78, 79. This is an original on, what label is this on? I don't know. But a great single, and I think the B-side is a live song that wasn't very good. Rezillos, Can't Stand My Baby, and I Want to Be Your Man, but I think it is mislabeled, so it's actually a different song. This is the original first pressing on Sensible Records. I did have this 79 reissue of it, but it's pretty cool to have both versions. What a band. What a great band. This was the other one where when he was like, oh, I gotta show you something, and my jaw just hit the floor. I mean, it's a reissue, but it's still amazing. A reissue on Splatter Records, a Japanese reissue of the first Nerve 7-inch. Yeah, this is just incredible. It's on red vinyl. Working Too Hard, Give Me Some Time. I'm working too hard. Hanging on the Telephone, and I think their best song, When You Find Out. This is another reissue, a 2010 reissue on Last Laugh Records of, what's the guy's name? Joe Herbert Complex, First Date, and I Want to Be a Preppy. There's a lot of reissues in here of on Danger Records and Last Laugh. I remember Jonny saying something about how he did distribution for those labels for a while. So, I mean, I'm sure it's stuff he would have bought anyway, but that's why there's so many. The Members, this is a great one. This is from the Stiff One-Off series. There's a series of singles on Stiff Records where they put out one single by the band. I have can I reach it, maybe? Let's see. Oh, yeah. I do have this one. This is also a Stiff One-Off, and it's the Subs. Give Me Your Heart, a great stomping punk, British punk 45. But this is another one that they put out in 78. And it's the Members' Solitary Confinement. And I think in 79, they got signed to a major and put out a full length, I want to say. I can't remember the name of that record. Plastic Bertrand, Sans Plan Pour Moi, I think I'm saying that right. Backed with Pogo Pogo. Now, obviously, Plastic Bertrand was in Hubble Bubble. And Hubble Bubble had a song called Pogo Pogo. And it might be the same lyrics. I don't really know, but it's a completely different Pogo Pogo. This one, I remember him saying he picked up on a tour, I think. And it's kind of a ripoff of Sans Plan Pour Moi. It's this really weird kind of French new wave exploitation single. I don't know how to pronounce it. Le Beau sur Sun Cigar. I had someone translate some of the lyrics for me, and I think they said lyrics were kind of dirty, but it's basically, kind of one of those new wave cash-in songs with all female vocals, but it is very, very good. This is another Danger Records reissue. Like I said, I'm going quick because there's so many. We haven't even gotten through half of them I was going to show in this video. 1981, it originally came out, and it's kind of a French punky experimental band, sort of residency weirdness, but very good. X, the Australian X, with Hate City and TV Cabaret and Home Is Where the Floor Is. Great single. A lot of Australian stuff. This was another one, more of a new wave band. This is from 1980, The Flies. It's an EP called Four from the Square. Has 16 Down, which is a great song. Night Creatures, Lois Lane, and Today Belongs to Me. But the standout on this is 16 Down, which kind of has maybe a more rougher sort of Plimsouls kind of sound, and kind of heading towards that maybe early, you know, kind of mysterious, sad sounding college rock sound, if that makes sense. It doesn't sound like college rock, but I think you know what I'm trying to say. Another Australian single, Dirty Lies by The News, or I think just News. This is a 2000 bootleg, but it originally came out in 78. And this is great. It's very, you can tell the singer's really trying to sing like Johnny Rotten, but it's very, very good. Another Australian single, Exploding White Mice. This is 88 pressing, and yeah, this was good too. Fear Late at Night is the name of the A-side, which is a great song. The Clash, Remote Control, and London's Burning live in mono. The Clash, what do you say about The Clash? A reissue of The Boys, Sick on You, and what's the other side? I can't remember. Sick on You, and oh yeah, So Depressing, which is probably my favorite Boys song, other than maybe Tumble. Ramones, Do You Want to Dance, and an excellent B-side, Babysitter. That's such a good song. That should have been on an album. The Zippers. This is a 77, whatever, 77 LA power pop, and the B-side is pretty mediocre, but the A-side, they do a really good cover of She's a Rebel, the 60s girl group song. I can't remember the name of the band. Stranglers, what is this one? Grip and London Lady. I'm not too into the Stranglers, but this is a good one. A reissue of what I think is an EP that came out on What Records. It's one side is The Eyes Don't Talk to Me, and then the other side is Controllers, Neutron Bomb, and Skull Victims, also by the Controllers. So one side's the Controllers, one side's The Eyes. And this is a 2003 reissue on, I don't know. This one's really cool. This is a great Red Cross bootleg. All the early songs that were on comps before Born Innocent came out. So it has Rich Brat, Kill Somebody You Hate, Every Day There's Something New, and Tatum O'Tot and Fried Vegetables, which I think got put on Born Innocent. And then the B-side is Notes and Chords Mean Nothing to Me, which I think was also on Born Innocent, and then a cover of Puss in Boots by the Dolls, and this is limited to 500, and it's on this kind of cool, swirly red vinyl. X-Ray Specs, Let's Submerge, and Identity. This was, I think, he said this was a single that came with a magazine, and it's Iggy and the Stooges, She Creatures of the Night live, and Iggy and the Stooges Untitled, which is pretty cool, that injection molded label. The Cramps, Ultra Trist and Medicine. I love this sleeve. I've seen, I used to have a single by a band called Green Apple Quickstep, which had members that went on to be in the Briefs, and I sold that, but I bought it just because it was in this really cool sleeve. So the Cramps, can't go wrong with the Cramps. Nerve Breakers. Jonny told me they were Rocky Erickson's backing band for a while, and that he used to have a bootleg tape of that. There's another Nerves Breaker single in here somewhere, but this is a 2011 reissue on Get Hip, and it's Hijack the Radio and Why Am I So Flipped. The other one is my favorite, though. That one's really good, though. I think that should be in here soon. Couple Chelsea 45s. What was this one? Money, 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 and Mean to Me. What was this one? Another Chelsea 45. No One's Coming Outside, I think. Yeah, it's hard for me to see. A great reissue of the Wipers Alien Boy 45. I think their first 7-inch. I think this is a bootleg, but it even replicates the printing on the inside, which is really cool. Oh, this is the really good Nerve Breaker single. This has My Girlfriend Is a Rock, which is a great single. Yeah, but it also has Politics, My Life Is Ruined, and I Can't Help You. This one was another one where I was really shocked when I saw it. From 78, Oh by the Cigarettes, which were a French punk band. I think French. Professionals 1, 2, 3, and Baby Don't Care on Virgin. From 1980. Another Plastic Bertrand single. This one isn't quite as good. Super Cool, and Affection, all on I think both of those were on Vogue. Flaming Groovies, Way Over My Head, and Shaken. This does have like a weird sticker stuck on it, though, that I'd like to try to get off. Maybe some Gooby Gone or something. But this is Australian pressing, I think, from the late 80s, I want to say. Yeah, great. Can't go wrong with Flaming Groovies. This is another really cool original. It doesn't have the picture sleeve, but it's still awesome. I Slept in an Arcade by Black Randy and the Metro Squad. That's a great, I think this is on Danger House. This is another this is another reissue, or I don't think it's a reissue. I think it just came out on Danger Records, and it's Plastics, which were a, I don't know where they were from. If I remember right, France. I could be wrong, but it's 3 songs from 1981. I can't read the song titles, but they look more German than French to me, but maybe I'm wrong. If someone knows, let me know. Banana Splits by the Dickies on, of course, yellow vinyl. But this says my favorite Dickies song. Where'd you get it? Got it at the store. From 79 on A&M. Sex Pistols, Popcorn, and Who Killed Bambi from The Great Rock and Roll Swindle. B-52's Private Idaho and Party Out of Bounds. Private Idaho is probably, I would say, my favorite B-52 song, other than 6060842. The Lurkers, Ain't Got a Clue, and Ooh Ooh I Love You. Alien Sex Fiend, EST, and Bone Shaker Baby from, what year is this from? I can't remember. 84. And then here are the last few for this video. A reissue of Negative Trends EP, which is great. I think it's a bootleg reissue. This was another one I got really excited about. Death Disco by Pill. Death Disco was on metal box, and for some reason, when, you know, metal box came out in the US as second edition, the song title was changed, and it's a different mix. It's called, I want to say Swan Song or something like that. And then the B-side is And Do Birds Sing, and this one's kind of weird because you'd think, you know, the 45 would come out here, but that's the top. So Pill, Death Disco, another great Australian single. The Stems, She's a Monster, from 1985 on Citadel, and Make You Mine. Great reissue of a Killed by Death classic, Sit on My Face, Stevie Nicks by the Rotters, and Amputee is the B-side, which is maybe even worse, but that's a fun one. And another fun, but maybe not politically correct one is Bend and Flush by the Pork Dukes from 77. That's an original. Pretty cool. Anti-Nowhere League. I'm not real into the Anti-Nowhere League, but maybe this one will grow on me. I Hate People. The Nipple Erectors, the Lost EP. This is a bootleg. The first band Shane MacGowan was in. And then I think they changed to the Nips. But it's So Pissed Off and Staverdale RDN5 as the B-side. And then the last one I'm going to show here on this video is the Bees, 1977 records, a reissue of their EP from 77, and this has a really great song on it. It's called, I don't know if I'm going to get in YouTube trouble, Do the Suicide, but it's a fun song, 4 songs. So yeah, that's all I'm going to show for now. There's double this that I'm going to show, so a little bit more punk, and then some newer stuff, and all the garage rock he gave to me. I felt a little weird about showing this, to be honest. Jonny passed away 2 months ago now, and you know, there's a lot of people who knew him a lot longer than I did, but he was very kind to me, and he was very generous to me. You know, he gave me this wonderful gift. So anyway, Jonny was so kind to me. He was so generous with me, with his time and his knowledge. He always, God, I asked him like so many dumb questions about bands, and he always got back to me. And yeah, I feel very honored that he sort of bestowed these upon me and passed these on to me. So anyway, I'm gonna do probably a part 2 where I show the rest of the punk stuff. And like I said, there's like a little bit of newer power pop, like Gentleman Jesse, and then there's a good amount of sort of 60s garage reissues. So anyway, thanks for watching, and yeah, thanks, bye.